Hi everybody, a big warm welcome back. This is episode 13 and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in. In tonight's session, I have got two beautiful stories that'll hopefully just spread a wee bit of love, a wee bit of kindness, a wee bit of joy, and hopefully there'll be some nice reminders here as well tonight just to be you and just to always keep going as well, just to believe in your dreams too. The first one is called the Wobblysaurus, and this is a great one. This one's all about never giving up and also being able to ask for help from other people, from people who really, really love you as well. And the author is Rachel Bright. So I think we should just get started with this one. Um, this is a really beautiful. There we go. The Wobblysaurus. On a dusty, twisty track that zigzagged through a bumpy hollow, a little Wobblysaurus did a big and gulpy swallow. This is our wee Wobblysaurus up here. Since later on that afternoon, a big event was planned when many two-wheeled dinosaurs would gather on the sand. And as she clambered on her bike, brand new and shiny red, an exciting little daydream went rolling through her head. I like this already because we're thinking about daydreams and we're thinking about our imagination. She imagined how she'd zoom so fast upon those speedy pedals and pressing every dino there and winning all the medals. And there's something that I have here. If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. That's something that I have learned. And I think this is what this dinosaur is doing right here. She's seeing what she's wants, she's using her imagination, and she's only focusing there on how she wants it to be. And that's really cool. But also Wobblysaurus had a tummy full of litters. Riding bikes was new to her and gave her nervous jitters. And that's okay. That's okay to be nervous. And it's okay to feel like there's wee butterflies going on inside your tummy. So she thought she ought to practice with the dinging of her bell. She was off hooray, but oh, she went left. And she failed. Scrape and bump and ouch and oops. She landed in a heap. Perhaps for her first try, that hill had been a little steep. So she dusted off and climbed back up to have another go. And that's really the best thing you can do. That whenever you fall, whenever it just doesn't, it's not working out at this exact moment the way you want it to be, you always just have to keep going and you just never give up. Right? Another wee trick that I have was that the longer you wait, the harder it is to get up again. So if you fall, just especially if it's off a wee bike, just get up right away because that'll make it so much better. This time she'd start out on a flat and take it nice and slow. But ah and ooh and oof and no, she kept on falling down. Her face had gone from hopeful to a rather brooding frown. She tried so many times, and then she even tried some more. She tried until she couldn't, and her bottom was quite sore. But she just has to keep trying. And that's the trick. If she wants to learn or if you want to get better, sometimes you have to fall. And sometimes it's not always smooth. And sometimes there's going to be wee falls and there's going to be wee accidents. But you always just keep going. Because inside this wee dinosaur, inside you and inside me, there's so much strength and there's so much power. And as long as you really, 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 really want it, then that's all you gotta focus on. The desire, it will help you. And I think the dinosaur really wants to learn. She fought to hold back stinging tears that welled up in her eyes, but just when all seemed hopeless, she was in for a surprise. And this is a lovely thing, that whenever you're going after your dreams and whenever you're trying to learn new things, whatever you try, there's always going to be somebody there to help you. Whenever you're trying and whenever you're persistent, there will always be somebody there. And this is the granny to the rescue. From up upon the hill there came a loud and happy yell. Woohoo, yoo-hoo! It was a voice she knew extremely well. The granny sore came speeding down to wipe her salty tears and give her some advice about her riding hopes and fears. So this is a cool thing that you can learn from people who've already done it. And what I would be saying to the wee Wobblysaurus here is that because Granny has done it, because maybe Granda has done it, because maybe mummy or daddy or uncle or auntie or brother or sister, because they've learned how to ride a bike, then that's proof that you can learn how to ride a bike as well. And it doesn't matter who learned the quickest, doesn't matter who was the fastest at doing it or anything like that, who'd be the fastest in the race. You just go at your own pace and you just stay in your lane. But sometimes whenever I see people doing things that I really want to do, I just think, no, well, if they can do it, then that means I can do it as well. And you can use people as your inspiration instead of getting like, oh, really jealous that, oh, they've done it, why can't I do it? No, they've done it, so that means I can do it as well. That's another wee trick as well I sometimes use. My lovely Wobblysaurus, I want to tell a tale of another Wobblysaurus who often used to fail. No matter what she tried, she couldn't ride at all, you see. And that little Wobblysaurus, well, my darling, she was me. So everybody starts out as a beginner, and everybody, whenever they're learning, everybody has a wee fall at the start. But you just keep going. That's the biggest thing you have to do. You just keep going and you never give up. And the lovely thing here is that Granny is able to help now. Granny used to have wee falls there, and Granny used to trip, and Granny probably was thinking, oh, this is really frustrating, getting it. But now Granny has learned. Granny's now helping her wee granddaughter, which is so beautiful. Then Granny showed her pictures of when she was quite small. She tumbled, flipped, and crashed and bumped, had every kind of fall. And now she was a legend, famous far and wide. She's winning trophies now as well. But slow and sure, and day by day, she'd mastered how to ride. And now she was a legend, famous far and wide. Yeah, and that's all it is. It's just getting a wee bit better every day. And remembering that practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes improvement. And that's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. You see, said Granny gently, all the best things take away. It's not a comforting thing to know. All the best things take away. And we're all on one big journey, not a race. She wisely smiled. I think that's a lovely sentence even for adults as well. And we're all on one big journey, not a race. She wisely smiled. So I'm thinking as well that line's maybe making me think of about comparing yourself to other people, comparing yourself to other wee boys and other wee girls. But you don't have to be comparing yourself. Somebody might be able to maybe run faster than you. Somebody might maybe have learned something just a wee bit quicker than you. but it doesn't matter because you just have to stay in your lane. You just have to know how amazing you are and just appreciate that and just be so grateful for that and be so proud of that. Because comparison is a thief of joy. So whenever you compare yourself to other people, you're not really being true to yourself. And that's what you just want to be. That's what you want to be. I think in life, it's not about how fast we ride the track, but more that when we fall, we find a way to bounce right back. And something I have noticed, your very special thing, is you're full of don't give ups. And I can do it sing. Oh, I love that one. You are full of don't give ups. And I can do it sing. I think I'm going to remember that one as well. You're full of don't give ups. And I can do it sing. Yeah. Granny's being like a lovely cheerleader here. To wee Wobblysaurus. And I was telling her that you can do it. And I know Granny's feeling really good for helping and really good for encouraging as well. It works both ways. There's no way we always say that what you put out will always come back to you as well. Then Wobblysaurus saw herself in quite a different light, and trying some wobbling, well, now it felt all right. So Granny Sore taught Wobblysaurus some nifty little tricks, and Wobblysaurus had good ideas to throw into the mix. The race is nearly starting. Let's do it as a team. Yes, cried Wobblysaurus. That's even better than my dream. And it's really special that the Granny Sore and Wobblysaurus that they're doing it together. That's really special. I think that one looks very fun going backwards. Really good fun. And that year's biking fun day had some tandem racing too. And everyone found something that they really liked to do. And all the dinos, big and small, they came to join the fun. They rode around together in the setting evening sun. Yeah, got this wee one here, so there's 3 wee ones in this one. Yeah, there's a wee red balloon. Beautiful red roses, everything. So whatever you're learning and whatever's feeling tough, just remember you'll be looking back one day at all that stuff, telling tales of times you tried so hard at something new, and then one happy special day you find your ways and like really hard. There's a big hurry there for Wobblysaurus. Yeah, absolutely. We've even got the wee flashing lights here as well, wee cameras. So everybody is just so bright. Yeah, amazing. I like that one. And I think the big thing for me is there that number one, you never give up. And number two, that there's always lots of special people around you that are willing to help you whenever you're trying to learn something and whenever you're trying to go after your dreams as well. Which is really special, really, really special. I would also love to read you another little book tonight, and that one again was the Wobblysaurus. And this is another animal one here tonight, and this one is called The Lion Inside. And it's the same author actually. It's Rachel Bright again. And this is another sort of funny one as well. There's a wee bit, there is humour in this one. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. And under that rock, in a tiny full house, lived the littlest, quietest, meekest brown mouse. He was so very tiny, so incredibly small, that nobody noticed him ever at all. It's down here and he's trying to shout hello, but all those animals are they're just not listening. He got trod on, sat on, and missed out for stuff, ignored and forgotten. Yes, mouse life was tough. Just the wee elephant's just standing on, and I think that's nearly the zebra as well. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was lion o'clock. This huge, toothsome creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could roar. That's a big, 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 big roar. Yeah. He was head of the pack. He was shouty and tough. He loved showing the crowd he was made of strong stuff. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty king cat. Only thought mice, I could be more like that. No, the lion's so perfect as he is, and the mouse is so perfect as he is, and the mouse doesn't need to be like the lion, and the lion doesn't need to be like the mouse. They just have to be themselves. And that wee line, if only thought mouse, I could be more like that. Mouse just has to be himself. Then late one dark night, his mini mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. He jumped from the covers and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. And just a roar. I mean, what if this mouse, with the weeniest squeak, was a little more grrr and a little less weak? Well, he'd still have to be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he'd make friends and join in, and life would be nice. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it now. But God, oh my gosh, there was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but might make him a beast. So the mouse is just thinking, yeah, if I go to the lion might just come and eat me and gobble me all up. It was time to be strong, take a chance. After all, forever was such a long time to be small. So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do, but if you want things to change, you first have to change you. If you want things to change, you first have to change you. And I would agree with that one. And I would also agree that it all starts with your beautiful mind. It all starts with your thoughts. If you want things to change, you first have to change you. So if the mouse wants to change, the mouse maybe just has to know that he's amazing no matter what. The mouse has to know that he's already brave, that he's already full of courage, and that he already is an awesome friend. Because I think reading this, the mouse just wants a wee buddy. The mouse just wants somebody maybe to go chat to. And that's all the mouse has to think about as well. The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then, at last, as he stood on his tippy toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. God, he lying sleeping. Um, God, pardon me. We got Mr. Lion. You've got company. Squeak, Mr. Lion. What I've come to you for is. Do you think you can teach me to roar? Maybe the lion's gonna go. Oh, a silence befell that twinkling flame. Lion opened his eyes and puffed out his mane. Time slowed right down, while it felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and let out a the lion's a wee bit afraid of the mouse. And the mouse was a wee bit afraid of the lion. And I am sure the mouse wasn't expecting that reaction from the lion at all. Yeah. The lion was shaking, his paws all a fumble. He was backing away with his scrambling tumble. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. Oh, try to be nice. Well, my goodness, this lion was frightened. Nice. Don't worry, Mice Pete. I'm a friend, not a foe. Let's rock this together. We'll have fun, don't you know? And I love the way the mouse is being a kind friend, and the mouse was a great friend all along. The mouse thought that he didn't have friends, but the lion was a great friend all along. That was a magical moment for sure. When mice didn't at all. I'm going to read that one again because I don't think I had it right. I'm going to read it again. I'm going to read it a wee bit slower this time. That was a magical moment for sure. When mice didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out. And for that, you don't need to roar or to shout. I love that bit there. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out. And for that, you don't need to roar or to shout. You just gotta be you. And I think that's what that's saying. You just gotta be you. And whenever you're brave, because you already are brave, but whenever you show your bravery, and whenever you do things that even are a wee bit scary, um, I think that's whenever you find your true voice as well. And I love that bit is that you don't need to roar or to shout. Because I know whenever I was in school, and even now, I don't. I would say I'm quite a quiet person. Whenever there's big conversations going on, I'm not usually one who's doing all the talking. I am probably doing a lot of the listening. Um, and I think that's something, and I find that a wee bit tricky as well. Because I always wanted to speak and I always wanted to lead. But now I know that you don't need to do that. You just gotta be you. You just gotta be comfortable being you. And that's all there is to it for that one. Yeah. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out. And for that, you don't need to roar or to shout. And the other wee thing just before we go on to the next part is that the mice always had something important to say, and you've got something important to say as well. So if you're thinking, oh, Catherine, but I'm really quiet, or oh, Catherine, I don't know what to say, or oh, Catherine, I want to speak, you've got something important to say, and the world needs to hear what you gotta say, and you deserve to be heard. So you take a wee bit of inspiration there from mice as well. And from that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked that rock better. Now that rock was to share. There's the rock there. The mouse, while still little, felt big in his head. And Lion, he still roared with laughter instead. So the mice must be very good at telling jokes as well, which is a lovely thing here as well. But they are now good boys. Yes, that day they both learned that no matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. Yeah. And they're both very, very, very important as well. Yeah. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed that book. I love reading these stories and I love not only reading them, but I love sort of stopping as well and share some of my ideas too. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope that made you feel good. And I hope it reminded you that you just gotta just be you. Um, and I think as well from the mice there that just if you want to say something, then you say it. And you've got an important voice. And if you were maybe ever felt like the mice maybe at the start, that he maybe felt a wee bit lonely, that he just wanted maybe somebody to hear him or somebody to be seen, then that's okay as well. But you take the courage and just know that you are full of courage, that there's so much love, there's so much power, there's so much courage inside you already. And sometimes we forget that, but I know it's in there as well for you too. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed that story, and we'll either have or maybe the other story next week as well. And I look forward to that. And just thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. This is something that I absolutely love, and I really, really appreciate you being here. And if there's anything at all I can help with, then please, please, please just send me a comment. Comment below. We're on Instagram as well there too. And I would just love to help in any way that I can. But have an awesome week, and I'll see you all again next week.